musician, he's a DJ, he's a proud father, but man, he loves the sport, he loves to box. You know, what are your thoughts, Leroy, on what we can expect from him today as he enters right next to you over your shoulder?
Actually, what we can expect from him is, hopefully we can expect a jab, a real good jab, long jab. He's fighting a little shorter fighter as we see Mims come out. He's got a shorter fighter in front of him, so hopefully we'll get to see his jab. But if he likes to fight, then they might stand in the center of that ring and go at it. And if they go at it,
that's what we're hoping for. I want to get what Bart just promised us, and I expect that tonight from Paradigm Combat Sports. Colin, let me ask you, we're talking about the jab and being a taller fighter. For our fans who may be new to the sport, can you explain why having that range is important?
Yeah, it can be really important. You can kind of dictate the whole fight with the jab. It kind of is your range finder. It keeps the other opponent at the end of your weapons and can kind of, dictate where and when the fight takes place. So it can absolutely be the key to the fight.
Awesome. Well, coming to the, well, here we go. All right, we have DaVon Gemini Mims coming to the ring right now. 1-0, so this is going to be his second fight at age 26. Even though he's 146.8, he says he's 5'9", but he may be lying, so what an interesting note. He's between gyms right now, but he plans to move to Paradigm. Obviously, you guys know what Paradigm brings to the table. For anybody unaware of Paradigm, what can we expect?
Yeah. Well, I saw DaVon fight at his last gym. He came to the gym a few times and worked out, and I've seen him. But more importantly, I think his mother just got diagnosed with cancer, and he said he's going to bring it home for her. That's all he wants to do at the end of the day. He told the guy at the weigh-in, he said it's going to be a fight. Like we're not lasting for more than 3 rounds is what he's giving him.
That's quite a prediction. Colin, let me ask you, he says he's here to fight for family. Is it maybe not smart to fight with emotion, or how does that fuel you? What are your thoughts?
It really depends on the fighter. I'm one of those fighters where sometimes if my emotions get the best of me, then it can kind of freeze you to the post a little bit, make you a little slower in your reactions, a little bit more hesitant, but it can also fuel you, so should be exciting.
All right, let's go to the intros right now.
Guzman, Hillin, and Kellie, Issac. Referee seizing the action in the center ring will be James Green. Your warriors have arrived, and we are ready to begin. Introducing first, in the blue corner to my left, he has a professional record of 1 win and 3 defeats, weighing in yesterday at 148.7 pounds, fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas. Please welcome Emmanuel Tennison. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner to my right. He has a professional record of 1 win and no defeats, looking to bump it up for his big second tonight, weighing in yesterday at 146.8 pounds. Hometown crowd giving up for Houston's own DaVon Mims.
Let's get him out.
All right, guys, we're going with the first bout of the night, which is going to be boxing. Getting final instruction from our in-ring official.
Let's make some noise, Houston, Texas.
All right, here we go. First bout of the night, Emmanuel Tennison versus DaVon Gemini Mims.
Let's see it.
And there's the bell. Here we go right now. Leroy, talk us through this. Nice feeling out process right now.
Right now, they're waiting.
There's that jab.
There's that jab you were talking about.
You better keep it. DaVon got to make a choice. Take it to the inside or stay out there. Stay out there too long, you're going to keep getting hit with the jab. You just got to make the choice. You got to go. Stop playing with it. There we go.
Nice
Beautiful
body shot.
body
There we go. It's lovely. It's lovely.
Now what's the key to the southpaw matchup here for Mims?
Some people, a lot of people will tell you to walk to your right while you're throwing the jab.
Right, walk away from it, circle out.
Right. I would say walk forward. Because if you walk forward, they only got one place to go, left or right. If they got left or right to go, you got a left or right hand and throw.
Right.
And that's why you are here, sir.
Emmanuel looks a little frustrated right now.
Yeah, he don't know what to do. Look like he don't know what to do. He stopped. See, he want to fight. Emmanuel want to fight.
Yeah, he's walking him down.
Nice combination.
Nice
Beautiful
right to the face.
hook. Beautiful right hook by Mims.
But he backed up at him. He should have kept going.
Yeah, he looks really smooth.
Look. Tennison caught a few of them. He caught a lot of those punches Mims was throwing, except that last one he caught real.
Mims seems to be the more technical fighter here to me, but he does have a little less experience.
There's a lot less experience.
You know, for 1-0, he looks great.
Yeah. Sometimes early in your career like that,
you got to walk with the jab.
you can get a little overwhelmed in the moment. And, you know, you might come out sharp, but sometimes it can kind of take some of the wind out of your sails a little bit, so to speak.
I think that could be a testament to his training. You know, he's calm. Well, there we go. We get some more action.
Nice left counter by Emmanuel. I think Emmanuel probably needs to get back on the jab here. And maybe
he doesn't want to. That's the thing. You can see it in his stance. He doesn't want to. He want to fight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, he's telling him, come on, bring it in.
Right. So Mims, he's just go and give it.
I got a question about Emmanuel's jab here. He seems to just kind of be flicking it out. Should he be sticking that a little bit more?
Sticking it, turning the form a little more with it.
Okay. Another right hook counter by Mims.
Mims went to it. Mims excitement might have got him. You got to walk forward.
Right.
Walk forward.
Nice smile coming from Tennison right there. Is the smile real or fake?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's real, sometimes it's fake. Right then, I thought that was a fake one. But he's doing what he wants to do right now. See, if you watch what Tennison is doing, Tennison is walking Mims down right now. And Mims, you watch him, his mouth is open already.
That's already open. He has a lot of footwork going on right there.
Yeah, you think that's probably just due to the inexperience?
Right now, I think it's the anxiety.
Yeah.
He just wants to. He's got to sit down. He's got to sit down and bite the bullet and fight right now. Because that was the anxiety. That first round, he don't come out any better. Tennison might do something this round.
Guys, that's round one in the books right now. We have Emmanuel Tennison versus DaVon Gemini Mims, live from Paradigm Combat Sports 1 at the GHS Event Center in beautiful Houston, Texas.
Who did you give that round to, Leroy?
It was a close one to call, but Mims was busier. Mims threw a lot more punches. I would have given that round to Mims.
I think he also landed the heavier shots in that round.
Right.
Absolutely.
Which begs the question, is Tennison holding out? Is he really going to let Mims wear himself out?
That's what it looks like.
How would you be coaching him right now if you were in his corner?
Which one, Tennison or
let's talk about Tennison right in front of us.
If I was in Tennison, I'd tell him to stand his ground. Stand still. Stand still and throw the one. He's only moving back, so now stand still and throw the one. You walk him down with it a lot better than what you're doing. And then he has nowhere to go at the end of the day. And every time he shoots forward, he's going to run into something. While Mims, I would tell Mims to shoot forward. You got to come forward. You can't stay back there too long. The more you stay back there, the more energy you're wasting, the more energy you're using, the more tired you're getting.
Understood. Well, here we go with round two of the first bout for Paradigm Combat Sports 1. And here we go. Touch of the gloves, and we are off.
Still bouncing.
I'm looking for Mims to set up that right hook counter that he was landing in that first round.
Exactly.
I think that would be a really effective weapon for him. There.
Tennison covering up. Whoa, here we go. Right into the...
Looks like Tennison might have gotten hurt there.
It's a play. It's a play.
Yep.
It's a play. Tennison wants him to fight.
And I like right. As soon as he stood his ground and threw a hard punch, it landed and connected on Mims really well.
It's going to change the fight. So Mims has got to come. He's got to press going forward. He's got to press going forward and punch going forward as opposed to backing up. The longer he stays back there, he's going to get hit more. When he shoots in and he starts fighting on Tennison, what happens is Tennison sees what he's doing because he's getting over in bunches with the punches. He's just swinging. So then Tennison reacted.
Right.
And we saw the reaction.
And like you mentioned earlier, fighting off the back foot is a lot more exhausting than fighting on the front foot.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I got to say, I like how calm Tennison's being. He's not showing a lot of, he's being very, very calculated with his movements. Mims, has that young man spirit, jumping around, bouncing around.
There it is.
Another beautiful left hook.
He's walking him down. I told you he's walking him down.
Mims looks hurt.
Yeah.
Mims looks hurt. Good counter left. But I think he probably needs to get out of that corner.
Get out of that corner, exactly.
Good head movement.
Nice.
Good. It was a low blow.
Ref didn't see it. Ref didn't see it. He got to get in there.
The ref didn't see it. What he doing? He playing. He talked to the ref. He didn't see it. Keep
That's
stuff
right.
fighting.
You got to keep fighting.
Protect yourself at all times until the ref stops you.
At all times.
Now, Mims keeps kind of circling the outside of the ring. You think he should probably, when he circles, should he circle back to the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should circle and walk forward.
And then
every punch Tennison is throwing is wide and long.
Right.
He's got to walk forward to get inside of that. He's already short enough to be there, but he's standing on the outside. You see it? Most of them punches aren't connecting like they should connect.
Right. Tennison seems to really be using his experience here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just seems calmer and more sure of himself in these situations.
We see Mims slowing down a little bit as well. And again, I think
Absolutely.
that's the experience of Tennison showing right now.
Stop moving.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. Mims is definitely the more technical, athletic fighter, but I think Tennison is just, like I said, using that experience and letting Mims kind of punch himself out a little bit, coming in with these big explosions.
So if he's going to do it, he better keep doing it that way and keep punching. He can't stop punching. He can stop punching.
Action taking place right in front of us here at PCS 1, Paradigm Combat Sports 1. It's 10 seconds for round 2 coming to a conclusion.
You better close that gap.
Ooh, another
nice
straight left.
Was that a straight?
Yeah, that was a beautiful straight left.
Cardi.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So what are we looking at, gentlemen? Who took that round number 2 in your thoughts, Colin? Let's start with you.
I think actually Tennison probably pulled that one off. It was another really close round, but I saw him putting Mims on the back foot a lot, and I think he actually landed the more effective blows in that round. I have it 1-1 right now.
Yeah.
Mr. Fountain, what are your thoughts?
Tennison landed the more effective punches, but we got to figure out how the judges are scoring the fight. Because what I looked at is the fact that Mims looked hurt. He just wasn't hurt, he looked hurt. And he was moving around, and his movement was no longer controlled. It was just floppy, more, so to speak. So I definitely think Tennison won that round. I definitely think Tennison won that round. I just want to see what happens these next couple of rounds, and I wonder how the judges are scoring the fight.
I'm really interested in hearing what the corners are having to say. It looks like Mims' corner is trying to calm him down. Tennison has one cornerman right now, giving instruction, and we are in it for the third and final round.
No,
4 rounds. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, these next 2 rounds should be pretty telling. It should be. I look to see one fighter kind of taking over these next 2 rounds. I think that's where this fight is going to end up. Mims looks like he's coming out ready to box a little bit more this round instead of being so explosive. And
he's got to sit. He can't move backwards on those punches.
Yeah, especially after he lands a good combination. There he goes, back straight out again.
He's giving too much ground.
Yeah, that's something I talk to my fighters.
Nice right hand right there from Tennison.
He's giving too much ground moving backwards.
So how does Mims win this fight, Leroy?
He goes forward and fights him. All of this.
There's some forward movement there. I don't know if it's the right kind, but
definitely not the right kind.
I think he forgot he was in a boxing match there for a second.
He might want to switch over to MMA.
I saw double unders trying to take place.
See, a lot of fighters think, for some reason, that when they move backwards, they're moving away from the punch. When they move backwards, they're actually moving into the hardest end of the punch. And that's what. And if Tennison can figure that out, he's gonna end up catching Mims where he is, because he's on the outside and he's looking tired.
I like these jabs to the body Tennison's doing. You know, Mims is starting to slow down. All that body work's going to slow him down.
Right hand, did you see that right hook to the body?
And it's going to start to bring Mims' hands down, open the head back up for Emmanuel.
I like how calm and controlled Tennison still looks, even in this round right now.
He's got his hands down. He's comfortable in there. He doesn't feel any pressure coming back his way.
Right down the pipe.
And he feels his fighter breaking in front of him.
That one right down the pipe.
Mims has to stay out of that corner. He keeps getting caught in the corner.
Right there, he got to fight, though. If he's going to stay there, he got to fight.
Exactly.
See it? Right? He's going to land the punch on the inside, but he's got to fight while he's there. Right there, he's got to fight. See it?
There
Absolutely.
it is.
He's
got to fight right there.
Stand his ground instead of stepping off again.
Right.
The other thing is, something I found interesting when I was training a lot of boxing is the 4 corners of the ring really kind of put you in a bad position. And it seems that Emmanuel is doing a really good job of steering Mims to these corners, or maybe it's just Mims putting himself in these corners, but Tennison is starting to take him.
It's a combination of both, but Tennison's not keeping him there. You got to keep him there.
He's not taking as much advantage of it as you would like to see.
He's right there. He has him right where he wants him. You got to keep him there. You keep letting him get out.
Do you think you should put his body on him, put the pressure on him, and just kind of work the body inside?
Throw more punches, throw more than one punch.
Right. He seems to be throwing a lot of straight.
Right there. Yeah, this might be a draw.
That's another round I have for Tennison, personally.
Saying, if Mims can come out and win the next round, this may be a draw. This fight might get to a draw.
Yeah, it's anybody's fight right now.
But I would say Mims definitely needs to win this round.
Yeah, he definitely does. If he doesn't win this round, this fight. Now, the combination of the second and the third round together on how Mims looked in the ring, this fight is going for Mims.
Right.
I really want to be a fly in the corner of Mims right now. You know, Mims looking a little tired, his mouth's open, hands are dropping a little bit. I know, Leroy, you keep saying moving forward, but is there any other instruction that you would advise had this gentleman been your fighter?
No. I'm going to tell him to go forward and force the fight. If he's fighting on the inside and he's watching the uppercuts, that's all he can really throw. We're going to end up landing the punch first.
Exactly.
But he's not even doing that. He keep moving around. He's moving in the punches and looking tired. He just looks tired.
Well, here we go to the fourth and final round.
Yeah, I think in the pocket, Mims has been shown to be the much stronger fighter in the pocket. So I'd like to see him, like you said, just kind of stand his ground inside and fight. Don't back up so much.
Tennison still in pursuit of Mims. Walking him down. Will he get him back in that corner? Yes, he does, almost. His hands are pretty low there. Colin, what would you say if this is one of your teammates?
You know, I would tell him to be a little bit more solid in his stance. All this head movement that he's doing is getting him out of position, and he's not really taking the center of the ring like I would like my fighters to do. I definitely don't like guys fighting off the back foot unless they're effectively countering, and even then, they need to put the other fighter on the back foot to kind of save their cardio at times. So
That's it. Sorry about that, Colin.
No, you're good.
I tell you what's that. Right now, Tennison is trying to punch him too hard.
Yeah.
So he's not finishing the fight.
He's loading up on his shots.
Too heavy.
Because he know he has him. Look. You just got to keep punching once you get him there.
I think another thing is because both of these guys are a little less experienced. Maybe this is something you can talk a little bit more about. But I find that inexperienced fighters try to punch hard instead of punching fast and accurate. And I always tell my guys, focus on punching fast and accurate, and the hard punches will land.
Absolutely.
There he's getting back in that corner, covering up.
He was calling Tennison on. I wonder if that's a little rope-a-dope kind of.
Rope-a-dope action going on.
That's the new rope-a-dope action.
Mims is coming out. Nice combinations.
Tennison's backed up, and here's...
He's got to get his head out of those ropes now. And the fight continues in the corner.
And them body shots are saying something.
He's tired.
No, them body shots are saying something.
Mims looks exhausted.
Even the body shots are talking to him.
They'll work on him.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I feel like Mims is a little bit unfocused. I feel like he's worried about the ref and people talking outside of the ring.
He just ate that right hand.
He's not worried about what he needs to do inside the ring.
Tennison looks super focused right now coming into this fourth and final round.
Yeah.
Now, if Mims loses this fight, would you say this is more of Tennison doing a good job of winning the fight, or is it more of Mims just giving the fight away?
I'd say it's more of Mims giving the fight away.
Oh!
He gave it away in the first round. He out-threw himself. He threw himself out in the first round.
Yeah.
And got tired. His anxiety in the first round ate him up. So that's what it was.
Final 10 seconds of the round, and these guys are going at it after the bell.
Oh, that was an exciting finish, at least.
That was exciting, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
You think he did some of those 10 seconds?
We want to welcome Thomas Galdenzi of Combat Sports Coverage to the booth. Thomas, welcome.
What's going on, everybody? How are you guys enjoying the fight tonight?
Oh, we're enjoying them. It's great.
We're enjoying them quite a bit.
What do you think about that last fight? That fight we just saw. The first
Man, that was some crazy back and forth fight from both these competitors. Definitely a lot of action. Man, it was a hard fight to call. Who do you guys think was winning that one?
I think, honestly, Emmanuel Tennison pulled it out. I think he, was walking forward, was much more aggressive. But like we were just saying, if Mims lost this fight, it's because he kind of gave the fight away to Tennison. Tennison wasn't necessarily the better fighter, but Mims didn't necessarily fight the best fight that he could have fought either.
I totally agree with you on that. Yeah, Tennison was really coming alive, especially in these later rounds. He was showing no respect, especially in that last round, throwing a lot of big power shots. Very exciting fight to watch here on Fight TV.
That is the one thing that we can say about this first fight so far. So if the rest of the fight shape up like this, we're in for a great time right now. I promise you guys.
Absolutely. High action from bell to bell. We expect that out of all of our fights tonight. Just getting the hand wraps off of these guys and getting ready for the decision here. Coach Leroy, if you had to judge that fight, thank God we're not judges, but if you had to judge that fight, how would you have judged it? I know you have a little bit more of a trained eye for boxing.
Tennison won the fight.
Tennison won the fight.
Tennison won the fight. It was more of the reaction of Mims that lost him the fight, as opposed to Tennison doing something really, really major, right? Tennison threw a lot of nice shots. He landed a lot of nice punches. He was the harder of the two punches, and he was controlled a lot better than Mims was. But it was more Mims losing the fight than it was Tennison winning the fight. That's what I believe, honestly.
Absolutely.
Fighters to the center of the ring. Re-announcement, please. Fighters to the center of the ring.
And we're going to make the announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. Judge Immer Guzman scores the bout 39-37 for Emmanuel Tennison. Judge Perry Hillin at ringside scores the bout 38-38, a draw. And Judge Kellie Issac at ringside scores the bout 39-37 for your winner by majority decision, Emmanuel Tennison.